We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies and we like to drink. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies and we like to drink. We're drinking buddies and we like to drink responsibly.
Whoa, watch out. Welcome, happy people, to your favorite show and mine,
Drinking Buddies.
As always, my name is Brian Roberts, and with me, my good friend Harry Thomas.
And good evening, everybody.
How are you guys doing? We're having a fantastic evening. My wife and kids are out and about doing things and left me at home all by myself until like 11:30. And Harry's by himself, so I figured, why don't we go have some dinner
We did.
and shoot some drinking buddies?
So that's us. So what we're going to do tonight, kind of special.
You're all dressed up, Harry.
I was at a memorial service today, and
I thought you were just dressing up for the show. I mean, you just.
So at the memorial service, it was basically a celebration of life rather than a traditional memorial service, and it was a nice affair. And people had great things to say, and I really don't want to get too much involved because it hits pretty close to home. But anyway.
So, bottom line is, you could use a drink.
Bottom line is, I can use a drink. And is this in the view?
I don't know, but you can
I don't know. Let me move this over here.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't see this, this is a barrel. That's an oak barrel for barrel-aged cocktails. And we're going to make two versions using slightly different proportions of this orange Curaçao or Curacao, and we're going to make a cocktail called an El Presidente.
El Presidente.
And it's using rum
Yep.
and vermouth.
Nice.
In this case,
Curacao.
dry vermouth and a small amount of this. We're going to vary this. So what we're going to do is we're going to make two drinks here.
Yep.
With two different, just a little bit different proportions, find out which one we like, and then we're going to fill this up and make a barrel-aged cocktail.
Beautiful.
All right?
Let's do it.
So that's what we're going to do. So we are going to put, basically everything is going to be the same.
Okay.
1.5 ounces in each one of these.
Nice.
Normally what we would do, I'm going to do this the right way. I'm going to do this the right way.
Good idea.
Okay. We're going to use 1.5 ounces, so we're going to use 3 ounces for two drinks. We're going to use 3 ounces of our rum.
Sounds good. We're getting there.
Okay, we're right there.
Yeah, it's on this side, look that way. Cool.
Okay. And per drink. And let me make sure here. It says to use. Crud.
What'd you do?
I knew that we were doing something wrong here.
Oh, no, what happened?
Okay.
We're going to have to shoot that round?
No, we're not. We're not going to do that.
What are we doing?
We're going to put 1.5 ounces in each one of these.
Okay, I'm going to just measure it out.
Because we're building two different drinks. Not normally what we do. So can you give me a level on those? Is that where we are?
Yeah.
That's where we are.
I think so.
All right.
A little bit more now.
Which one has a little more?
I think that one might have a hair a bit more than it. Yeah, I think it does. I'm going to put a little bit of that one into this one. Make it even.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're about right. Yeah.
All right, now, one of these is going to have 3/4 ounce. Three-quarters of an ounce?
I was thinking more like a half, but okay.
Is that 3/4 of an ounce?
Close enough.
Okay. And then we're going to use like 1/4 of an ounce.
That's the defining factor between the two.
Yeah. One of the people said that as much as he likes this cocktail, he felt that
It was unbalanced.
it was unbalanced, and when he cut back the amount of the orange,
Whatever.
yes, that it was, that he liked it a lot better.
Cool.
Okay? So now we're going to put in 3/4 of an ounce each of vermouth.
Okay.
So 3/4 of an ounce each of vermouth.
There you go.
All right?
Yeah.
Want that to be as close as we can.
Indeed.
Now, there's another ingredient here, but we're going to stir these with these small ice cubes. So we're going to, but before we stir, we're going to get our special syrup here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is grenadine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, now we're not going to put the grenadine in the barrel because it's a syrup. So what we do when we go to serve these drinks, we're going to add that later as we make the pour. It's not going to go in the barrel because we don't want to ruin the barrel.
Got it.
And they want a dash. So is that a dash?
I think so. Well, yeah, that works.
Now I made this myself. There's several recipes for this.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have the one that's got more of the orange.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have the one that has less orange.
Okay.
And then we will both taste this and see which one we like.
All right.
And then that's the version we're going to use
Inside the barrel.
inside the barrel, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Now-
Well, mine's definitely more orange than yours is.
Again, don't buy the stuff off the shelf that says roses, because that's horrible stuff. And if you want to learn how to make the syrup, send me an email or a text or whatever, and we'll discuss it with you, okay?
Indeed.
So
Right.
normally we would strain this and have it straight up,
Right.
okay?
all good. We'll
You
give it a
understand that, ladies and gentlemen?
The El Presidente. Smells orangey. Okay. Good.
What do you taste in that?
I definitely am tasting the orange, like he said.
Yeah.
It's definitely an orange.
Are you getting some of the vermouth?
Not a lot of it.
Okay.
I mean, there's a
I
little
think
hair
there's
of
a
an
little more
aftertaste.
vermouth in that.
Probably, yeah. Given the balance there. Oh yeah, definitely vermouth in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, which one do you think has the better balance? To me, there's
I-
more.
I like that one better. I
You do?
think you know what? I think we did 3/4 of an ounce in this and 1/4 of an ounce in this.
Yeah.
I think if we did a half an ounce,
I think it'll be a half.
I
an
think
ounce.
it's more balanced than a half an ounce.
Okay.
Personally,
All
because I
right.
get a lot of vermouth, I get a lot of orange, but I think right there in the middle,
Yeah.
you know, there's obviously there's a tipping point in between a quarter and a 3/4.
Yeah.
So let's go half the distance and make it a half an ounce.
Okay.
And we're good to go.
So then, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to calculate.
And mix
So
our
we're going to
back.
shut this off for a moment,
All right.
and
And we'll return once we've made the big batch for the barrel.
all right,
Okay.
we're going to actually. My guess is after we figure out how much of what
Yeah.
is going to go in the barrel, then we'll actually do the pour into the barrel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
film that. All right, we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
We have done our calculations.
We've done our
see-
calculations.
We have 750 milliliters of this fantastic Siesta Key Golden Rum. We decided I went to Sarasota, Florida, where my parents are from, for Christmas, and they have a brand new distillery in town called the Siesta Key Rum Distillery, and so we got some of this great gold rum from them. They have some fantastic rums. If you're near Sarasota, you should totally try it. And hey, Siesta Key, you guys throw some cash our way, we'll make sure to do some advertising for you. Anyway, there's 750 milliliters of this, which is about 25 ounces, which would make about 17 total drinks. So we multiplied everything by 17. We're going to start with putting the rum in.
We're going to put the rum in there. Now, the Presidente says to use white rum. We're going to use this. We had a little tiny taste. It's great. So just go ahead and pour carefully. So this is going to be my first one of these barrel-aged cocktails. I think we're going to enjoy it.
Well, I'm sure we will.
And I'm going to let Mr. Roberts have join me in our first
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
first taste.
How long are you gonna age it?
Well, I'm gonna go for 3 weeks and then test it like every few days.
That works.
And then when we get it to about where we think it's going to be.
Perfect. All right, so we got that. Now we need 8.5 ounces of the orange curacao. Since we decided on a half an ounce per drink, times 17, that's 8.5 ounces. So here we're gonna throw in the orange.
Going to throw in the orange, and then we're going to use 12 and a half ounces
of vermouth. And then we'll do a follow-up episode, obviously, when we drink this thing.
Yes, absolutely.
So here we go.
12 and a half.
9, 10, 11, 12 and a half.
Okay. Still have enough there for a couple of
We still got
a couple of martinis,
4
which
or
is
5
your
ounces.
favorite.
That's right, my favorite. 4 or 5 ounces.
So this is going to go in here.
Indeed. You'll notice when he backs away that the cask has been emblazoned with the capital letter T for Harry Thomas's fantastic surname.
All right.
All right, so then we cap it off, shake it up. No.
Yeah, I think we should
Yeah, mix it up some.
give it a little bit of a shake.
Yeah. These are cool. I can't wait. There you go. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to.
I just wanted to give you a sense of how cool this thing is. I mean, it's like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride or something. It's just so fun. This little crest on the back, awesomeness. You got to get one of these. Too great. Anyway, you were saying.
Well, I'm going to put a date on this,
Okay.
and then we will follow up.
So yeah, somewhere in 3 weeks, a few episodes from now, 3 or 4 episodes from now, we will come back and revisit.
We revisit, and then we will filter that through, and we will put it in these jars or these. Now this one has already been cleaned,
Nice.
but we'll rinse this one nice,
Perfect.
and then we have a couple of bottles for our barrel-aged cocktails.
Beautiful.
All right.
Well, there it is.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Episode of Drinking Buddies, and as always, we are going to drink responsibly. We're going to have a little cocktail and hang out a little while until the buzz wears off. And then, hey, we got the rest of the night, and so you should always drink responsibly, just like we do too. And so we will see you next week on another grand episode of
Drinking Buddies.
Drinking Buddies. We'll see you
And when we crack this open, we will share that with you.
Indeed.
So have a great one, everybody, and thanks again.
We'll see you next time.